This is Cornell Notes, Lesson 2-3 and 2-4 for Algebra 1 Honors, and I am Mrs. McCowan. On the top of your page, for topic, please write solving multi-step equations. Make sure that you have the page number, today's date, name, class labeled on your paper. For number 1, we're going to combine like terms. So our topic is combining like terms. We're going to look for all the similar terms. So I'm going to box these. You can circle them. I just want to make sure that they stand out so I know what to put together. So first I'm going to put together the 5m and the positive 2m. Whatever's in front of the 2m tells me to add or subtract. Now I have 7m, and I'm going to keep my other numbers and just bring them down. Next, I'm going to move all of the numbers to one side of the equation and leave my variable on the other. So I'm going to move the 23 to the other side. Whatever I do to one side of the equation, I do to the other. So if I'm adding 23, I add 23 to the other side, and I get 28 equals 7m. Now I need to get rid of the 7 to find out what m equals. So to get rid of it, I have to do the opposite operation, the inverse, which is dividing by 7. So 28 divided by 7 is 4. That is the correct answer. Okay, I'd like you to pause the video and try this on your own, combining like terms to solve for m. Okay, let's check our answer. We should have gotten rid of the two terms and made it into one, so I got 5m. Moving our plus 8 to the other side of the equation gives us 30, and then dividing by 5, 30 divided by 5 equals 6. So m equals 6 was the correct answer. Okay, let's try and solve number 3, solving a multi-step equation. These parentheses, there's nothing in front of there, so I'm not multiplying or doing distributive property. So I'm just going to combine like terms. So I have an s and a 2s. So 1s plus 2s equals 3s plus 4 equals 67. The opposite of adding 4 is subtracting 4, and I get 63 equals 3s, divide by 3, and what is the answer? That's correct, it's 21. Okay, now for number 4, we're going to solve an equation with variables on both sides of the equation. This is lesson 2-4, so I'm just going to put all my variables on one side of the equation and then solve for x. So I'm going to move my 2x to the other side of the equation. The reason why I'm moving the 2x and not the 5x is because you want to move the larger variable. Move the larger variable. So I'm going to move the move the smaller variable. Move the smaller variable. I want to keep the larger one and move the smaller one. Okay, so I'm going to move the smaller one, which is 2x, so minus 2x, minus 2x. So now I have 3x plus 2 equals 14. Okay, now what I want to do is subtract 2 from both sides to find out what x equals, and then I get 12, divide by 3, and our solution is 4. That is correct. Okay, I'd like you to try number 5 on your own. Please pause the video. Okay, as we can see, your answer you should have got was k equals 4. Negative 4. Okay, now what we're going to do is distributive property. So I'm going to distribute the 2 to everything inside the parentheses. Then I'm going to distribute the 3 to everything inside of the parentheses. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times -1 is -2. 3 times x is 3x. 3 times 11 is 33. Okay, now what I want to do is combine like terms. So I have a 3x and a 10x. Well, I want to move the smaller variable to be with the larger one. So I'm going to subtract 3x, subtract 3x. And you may wonder why I always do that. It just makes your life simpler, and then you don't have as many negative numbers or operations to do. It just makes life simpler. So now I'm going to add 2 to both sides. So now I have 35 equals 7x. Simply do the inverse operation by dividing by 7, and our answer is 5. That is correct. Okay, this is the last problem in our notes, equations and identities. So we only have one side that needs to be distributed, so I'm going to bring down my other side and distribute the 2 to the 5x. So 2 times 5x is 10x. 2 times 6 is 12. Now I'm going to look and see where my common like terms are. So I have 2 like terms and they equal the same. Well, looking at this, I can know that I don't have to go any further. If my like terms are the same, then I know that this is no solution. No solution. Okay, I'd like you to write a summary of your Cornell notes. Write what you learned, what you know how to do, what you reviewed. Make sure you write 3 sentences. If you have questions, you can ask Mrs. McCowan in class.